So let's talk about that heart-stopping moment when your phone hits the pavement. Today, we're going to look at what it really takes to fix it. We're breaking down the crucial first steps for replacing a cracked screen on an iPhone 15 Pro, using a fantastic guide from the Sydney CBD Repair Center.
Yeah, take a look at this. The technician in the video says it best. It's pretty bad. And he's not kidding. A shattered screen is, super common. But fixing it, that takes some serious precision. So our mission today is simple. Turn this mess back into a pristine phone.
So where do you even start? Well, the first big hurdle is just getting inside the phone itself. And trust me, it's not as easy as it looks. You need to be careful, have the right stuff, and well, know what you're doing.
Okay, before you even think about touching a screwdriver, let's talk safety. A screen that's this busted up is covered in tiny, sharp glass shards, so the real first step, the step before step one, is putting on some protective gloves. Seriously, it's a simple move that'll save you a world of hurt.
All right, gloves on? Good. Now for what is basically the secret handshake for getting into almost any iPhone. You see those two little screws on either side of the charging port? Yep, those are the gatekeepers. Getting them out is the key that unlocks the whole thing. Okay, screws are out. Now the fun begins. You gotta carefully pry the screen open just a tiny bit, then you work your way around, making that gap a little bigger. And here's a cool pro tip they use. A little bit of isopropyl alcohol. A quick spray in the seam actually helps break down that super strong glue Apple uses. Once it's loose, you just lift the display up, kinda like opening a book, until it's sitting at a perfect 90-degree angle.
And just like that, we're in. But this is where things get delicate. We're now looking at the guts of the phone, a whole world of tiny, fragile connectors that you have to treat with some serious respect.
So the first thing you're going to see inside is this little metal plate. It's a heat shield, basically. It protects all the important connectors and helps keep things cool. To get to the real brains of the operation, this thing has got to go.
And this right here is classic Apple. The screws holding this shield in place are, well, they're ridiculously tiny. I mean, just look at them. It is so easy to lose one of these things, which is why you have to be super careful and organized.
Once that shield is off, we finally get a look at what we came for. There are three, count them, three critical connections that are holding the screen to the rest of the phone. Let's take a closer look at what they are. So here they are, the big three. First up, and this is the most important one for safety, you disconnect the battery. That cuts the power to everything. Makes sense, right? Then you've got the connector for the display itself. And last, but definitely not least, is the Face ID module. And this one's the tricky one. Okay, pay attention here, because this is the most critical part. That Face ID module is more than just a camera. It's cryptographically paired to this specific iPhone. That means you can't just use a new one. You have to carefully, and I mean carefully, move the original one from the broken screen over to the new one. If you mess this up or skip it, Face ID is gone forever. Okay, the old screen is off. The super delicate Face ID surgery is done, you're feeling good, but wait, before you go sealing everything back up, we've hit the moment of truth. We gotta make sure the new screen actually, works. This is that heart in your throat moment for anyone doing their own repair. You've spent all this time being so careful, but what if the new part you bought is a dud? Imagine putting the whole phone back together just to find out the screen is dead. Ugh, that would be a huge waste of time. Thankfully, the test is super easy. It's like a pre-flight check. All you do is temporarily snap the new display connector back on, then pop the battery connector on. That's it. Now you can power it on and see what happens. And there it is, the payoff. You go from that shattered disaster to, as the tech says, voila, a brand new replacement screen. Seeing that Apple logo light up on a perfect new display, that's the moment you can finally breathe. You know the repair worked and the worst is over. All right, so that's the first half of the battle. But what did we really learn here? What are the absolute must-knows if you're even considering doing this yourself? It really boils down to four main things. First, safety. Wear gloves, don't mess with broken glass. Second, get ready for tiny parts. Those little screws will test your patience. Third, the Face ID module is everything. You have to transfer it, no exceptions. And finally, the golden rule of any repair, test the new part before you seal everything up. And that really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? We've seen just how precise and delicate this whole thing is. One wrong move and, yeah, it takes a steady hand, the right tools, and a whole lot of focus. So after seeing all that, you have to ask yourself,
Is this a DIY job you're ready for, or is it time to call in a pro?
So you had a phone disaster? Yeah, I came in with a broken camera, totally useless. But David at Sydney CBD Repair Centre was great. Within a day, the part was...
So phone disaster?
Came in with a brick camera. David fixed it in a day. Good as new. Highly recommend.
Our daily superhero, Mr. Repairman, David, is here. Call 8011-4119 now.
My Motorola Edge 50 screen was smashed. David here ordered the part and fixed it next day in 1 hour.
Our daily superhero, Mr. Repairman, David, is here. Call 8011-4119 now.
Wang, tell us about your recent phone repair.
David was super professional. He fixed my Galaxy Z Flip 4 in an hour. I literally walked in broken and walked out perfectly fixed.
Yeah, highly recommend.
If you have mobile phones issue, you can walk in. We're open Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. 6 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. 2 p.m.